Hey guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to speak about the subject of, do we change when we have power? What do I mean by that? Well, imagine yourself being born in just a regular family, and then one day through your hard work or through your luck or basically a number of different things, you end up in a position of power. Would that change you? Well, I really do think that it depends on the person, because there are some people who would probably take advantage of it, and there's other people who probably won't. But sometimes I do see that, especially in jobs such as people who have to check like tickets of metro, or a lot of those office jobs where there's a lot of paperwork and stuff, where people have authority over you. Sometimes I do see people being kind of mean, and I guess it is a fact too that they are seeing a lot of people that basically are telling them lies, or they're also seeing people who are complaining, or they're seeing people who just don't have all their stuff and they're just tired of that kind of job. I understand there's not much reward in it, but at the same time I do see the fact that sometimes these people do like to use their power, and they can kind of get annoying about it, and they do many things, and they don't make our life much easier. And I do think that sometimes when you get in a position where you have a lot more power, such as the boss of a company, or president, governor, king, queen, all these things, then you can sometimes easily lose track of how to treat people normally. But it's not a rule. It's not always like that, because I do think that a lot of people do understand the humanity. Of course, the thing is that if you are born in a place that is very wealthy and you've always had everything given to you, you could probably understand very easily that there are people who are poor that have less luck than you. But then sometimes some things that are, how can I say, obvious to somebody who hasn't had money all their life will inevitably not be obvious to them, because they've always had food on their plate. So seeing something from the outside is never the same as, how they say, like walking in someone's shoes for a mile. And once you've walked in those shoes for a mile, then you'll be able to really judge them. And that's the thing, is everybody's a little bit different. So you're not going to be able to really say if someone is really understanding of you or not. But will it change you if you have a lot of power? Well, again, it really depends on who you are, but also it depends on how you were raised, and also the circumstances of the world at that time. It's kind of like saying that all the slave owners in the past, or the people who created wars and killed millions of people in the past, are all horrible people. Yes, they are horrible people from the actions that they've done, but was it just because they had that power that they were horrible, or was it also circumstances of the society during that time that created that within them? And if they hadn't done it, well, other people within that society, a lot of other people within that society basically had those same beliefs and stuff, so they would have just created as much harm as them. So that's the thing too, is if you live in poverty and there's economical crashes and there's a bunch of different things, and you're given power, well, your job is going to be to take that country and get it out of its sufferance. And how did you get that power? Well, most probably you got it through vote, at least in our modern day society. And that doesn't mean that the vote can't be changed by the people who have the power and faked. And then in the old times, it was even worse because basically people didn't really have a choice that was given by other noble people within the world, and that's the thing. So yeah, if you were basically given who was the authority, but at the same time, then they were influenced by other noble people and the other hierarchy that they were in, because there's always someone that's higher than you. And even if you're king or queen, well, guess what? There you have a counselor. And even though the king or queen has power, and they think they have absolute power, and yes, their final word is what they say, they still have those people counseling them that will tell them exactly what they think, and the people around them will also tell them what they think. And definitely, I do think that those people, I don't really know if we can say that they changed, because they were that same way. But it's like saying that the people in North Korea and stuff like that, I don't want to mention any names and stuff, but that they were born mean. But the thing is that I think their education led to that, and whoever educated them, well, told them that these were the things to be done, and then that's the best they know, and that's all they do. So they didn't really change, they always were that way. Now, let's take it into a democratic society where, I don't know, for example, you're a regular person and then you become a celebrity. Does that entitle you to treat people badly, or to use that power just for your own good? Because you do have power. You're going to get free food, you're going to get free clothes, you're going to get free trips, you're going to get the respect of people that probably would want to do these things. Well, that shouldn't change you. That shouldn't make you use people badly. It doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, because it does a lot. Like, people are treated like shit because they love that feeling of power, and then they do things to us regular folks, or folks that would maybe want to work within the industry and all that stuff. And that's not very good. It's not right, but it does happen on a daily basis. And definitely I do think that these people maybe didn't start that way, but then they little by little saw that things would work out. Whenever they asked something, it would happen, and then they kind of get that God status in their head sometimes, and they think, whoa, well, yeah, I'm this or I'm that, and I can do this and that, and then they do it. But it's not the main rule. I mean, it's not everyone. There are some people who still want to do good, and it just really goes between two spectrums. There's some people that will get power and they will use it for bad, and then they will have other people who get power and they will use it for good. But definitely, going back to the main question, is does power change who you are as a person? I definitely think that it does, because again, you can use that power to do good or to do bad, and then you're in a position where you can actually influence people. So yes, if it's then at that point, it's really up to you if you want to use it well or use it badly. And hopefully, I do think in some way most people are more towards the good, but it's always, again, those little percentage of people that want to use it for bad things that will use it badly. But yeah, it will change you. And again, it doesn't mean because you change that you change for the bad. Maybe you change for even better. Maybe you help millions of poor people. Maybe you revolutionize the world. Look at Elon Musk and all that stuff, like changing everything from electricity to transportation to space exploration. Okay? Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.